What's up guys, Bearded Jeeper here. Today I'm giving you 5 tips to make your Jeep footage look less shaky. Stable Jeep footage has to be a pet peeve of mine because anytime I see that shaky camera footage, it really just kind of drives me bonkers and I just want it to be smoother. Now you can use warp stabilizer or some other kind of After Effects tool to stabilize your footage a little bit, but it's a lot better if you put more effort into shooting your video. Then you're going to take less time editing your video. Alright, so my first tip is tripods. Using tripods is one of the ways to get a quick, steady shot. You can use a standard tripod or you can use one of these Joby Gorilla Pods. I really like these Joby Gorilla Pods because you can bend the arms in any configuration that you need to hug it around a tree or wherever. That way it'll keep your footage looking nice and stable, your camera stable, and you can just set it and walk away from it. Okay guys, so tip number 2 has to do with panning. Now tripod shots are great, but it's going to get stale and boring if it's just shot after shot. It's going to look like a picture. So my recommendation when you're panning, try to keep your arms tucked real tight and close to you. Just have your body move slowly with the camera. Try to keep it as steady as possible, keeping your arms tucked into your side here, your elbows tucked in, keeping the camera closer to your body, whether it be a cell phone or a DSLR. You're going to get a lot steadier shot. Try to make simple, slow movements, just a slow panning movement, moving just your body and not the whole camera. Use your body as a tripod to kind of move the camera along. It'll give it that nice steady motion and it'll help you out quite a bit. Alright, tip number 3 is keeping 2 hands on the camera at all times. The more points of contact you can keep with the camera, the steadier your shot's gonna be. So I like to tuck one hand in and then hold the other hand either on the side or underneath and try to keep it as steady as possible. And like I said in step number 2, still try to keep it tight to your body. That's going to give you 3 points of contact. You got your elbows tucked into your side, so that's going to be contact number 1. Contact number 2 is one hand, and number 3 is your other hand. So it's going to give you a lot stabler shot than if you were to just hold it out here, shaking it around one hand, trying to do whatever. Step number 4 is how you walk. Now this may sound kind of silly, but when you're walking just around normal, the camera's going to shake quite a bit every step you take. Well, if you are more deliberate about your steps and kind of plan out your steps, just nice heel to toe, slow walking, you're going to get a more steady shot. My 5th and final tip is probably my favorite tip. Now that is using the strap on your camera. If you're using your cell phone, this really doesn't work for you. The strap on your camera can be probably the best thing to help you stabilize your footage. Now what I mean by that is if you take your strap here and you slip your arm through it and you wrap your hand around it and you keep that tension with your elbow, you're going to be able to have your camera out here, but you're going to have a steadier shot because the tension is on the strap, keeping your camera nice and steady. Now still keep the 2 hands on it, but that's going to keep it a lot steadier. Also, another way of doing this is putting the strap around your neck. Keep it at the base of your neck and have the camera extended outright and just keep tension on it the whole time you're moving, and you're going to keep a nice, steady, stable shot. Alright, and a bonus tip for you guys, you can get one of these little handheld stabilizers, Steadicam kind of rigs. Now this is a cheap one. They can range from a couple $100 down to $20. It all depends what you're looking for. I'll post a link to this one and where you can get it in the description below so you can check it out if you want to get it. But the basic idea of this is it has a little counterweight and it's going to help balance and stabilize your footage. You mount your camera, your phone up here, and it's a good way to stabilize your footage without having to worry about your hands staying completely still. Remember guys, stay bearded, stay jeepin'. I'm out.